What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Wheezy, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kickin Their Bass TV rod and reel combo. Specifically, this one here is, I think, one of the later models. The reel on it is a Lews V2 reel, and this is a 7-foot medium heavy pole. So this specific setup is listed as the do-it-all workhorse, ideal for Texas rigs, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, topwater, and general bass fishing. This combo is what most anglers grab most of the time. The lure weight is 3/16 to 3/4 ounces. And man, I've had this thing for about a year now. And honestly, it's my favorite looking rod. This thing is beautiful, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, haven't been out to fish, so it's kind of just been a trophy in the room for a little bit, but I have taken it on some trips, and I'm going to show you guys some footage of me getting it out there on the water here at Lake Mead. If you guys don't know, I'm out here in Vegas, so yeah, that is my home lake, my home pond. And yeah, man, so this rod is, I think, around $180. To be honest, it's not that expensive. I mean, I'm sure there's, you know, more budget-friendly Baitcasters around like 80 to 100 bucks, maybe even cheaper. But for me, this is my first Baitcaster, and I was really excited to get this because I don't know, it's just it's a special feeling, you know, since I watch Noah's channel here, and I don't know, it makes it a little bit more special when you get a rod from one of your favorite creators, right? So for my first Baitcaster, I chose to go with this one, and honestly, it's been fun. It's been fun using it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not like a professional or anything, just a guy who started fishing like about a year ago. So if you guys are beginners too, then great, you know, you guys will hear my first impressions. I also have a YouTube short of the unboxing. I'll show you guys some B-roll footage of that. But man, this thing is beautiful, man. It's like I don't even know, like a bright green, Hulk green, and even like the blacks are just real nicely polished. They don't look cheap. This rod is super lightweight. I mean, this is like probably the lightest weight rod I have in my garage, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I've taken it out on the water, I've casted it, I've tried, you know, tons of lures on it now, and I think I have enough information to give you guys some type of input, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't caught a fish on this yet. It's not the rod, it's definitely a skill gap thing and a little bit of luck. I'm out here in Vegas, and when I use this rod, I mostly just target bass. And to be honest, I haven't caught a bass yet out here in Las Vegas. I've seen a bunch of people on the internet catching bass, stripers out here in Vegas, and maybe they'd tell you otherwise, but for me, Vegas fishing, specifically for bass, has been very tough for me. So if you guys have tips, any spots that you're willing to give out, I know we like to gatekeep sometimes, it's all right, sometimes I do it, but yeah, I haven't caught, you know, a bass on this yet. And I really want to catch a bass with it. It is the Kickin Their Bass TV rod. But, you know, I have tried briefly to, you know, throw on carp rig, corn, pack bait cage, and yeah, just haven't been lucky. But I will say, just from using this rod so far, this thing, the action on it is so nice. Like the gear ratio, this thing spins really fast, and it reels in very fast. It's very smooth. I'll show you guys here. When I reel it in, Baitcaster, you know, moves left to right. It's the nature of Baitcasters, right? Yeah, really cool, right? The first thing I'll say about this is, when I took it out on the water, I noticed that this thing gives me a lot of control as far as action with lures, like swim baits, glide baits, anything of those, you know, hard plastic type lures. This thing gives you a ton of control. There's a lot of sensitivity on it. You know, I could feel when it bumps a rock, you know, a leaf, plant, whatever. You could feel the sensitivity very easily. And to be honest, I can't wait till the day I actually catch something on this thing, man. But it's still been a blast nonetheless, just getting out there and using this thing, man. Like I said, this is my first Baitcaster, so it's been, you know, a little skill gap getting used to it, you know, as far as getting my line tangled, getting backlash.
Wow, I just definitely
learning how to cast with it, use my thumb. But it's been fun nonetheless. I love it. Right now I got the gear ratio set to about 9. I always keep it up there. You know, this right here is the tension knob. So you got some B-roll of that as well, but here's the tension knob. I think this is the drag. I'm gonna make sure to edit that if I'm wrong, but we're gonna figure that out, right? Anyways, this thing gives me a ton of action with hard plastic lures, even like jigs and stuff, like I don't know, like a bass jig, chatterbait. It's really nice casting out with this thing. One thing I will say, so I guess you can say it's one of my cons, but like I said, I'm not a master at this stuff, but wow, I will say that it seems like the line capacity is pretty small. I mean, this thing is rated around 10 to 25 pounds of line weight. I usually throw 12 to 15 pounds monofilament on here, and I notice sometimes like I'll cast and it takes a pretty big amount of line out of there, and I'm only left with a little bit amount of line, you know, once my cast, you know, drops in the water. All right, so I want to just clarify that real quick. To be honest, it's not as bad as I'm making it seem. Really, only when I'm like trying to troll on the boat and I'm just letting a bunch of line out. Also, like, I'm only really able to launch things like maybe like 40 to 50 feet right now, just because my skill level and just figuring out how to, you know, get further casts. But yeah, I mean, I'm just being a little nitpicky. But you know, I think that if I, you know, try to opt in for something like braided line, I'll get a lot more line out of it. But this is a pretty small reel, and I'll show you guys. So you guys can see there's like little ridges right here, and I usually only spool up to right here before it, you know, falls up to that second ridge. Now I don't know if I'm supposed to go past that one, hit the second one, and then, you know, anything past that is obviously bad. It'll cause backlash. But, you know, that's one thing I will say. Really, that is pretty much my only complaint. Maybe cast distance, I would say. But then again, the cast distance could be affected by, you know, my settings, how tight I have things on this reel. So, you know, I think casting distance, I probably get around like 50, 60 yards, like, when I'm really trying. And, you know, with braided line, you know, in the right line setup and gear and tension, I think I can get a little bit further. But so far, man, this thing has been pretty fun to use, man. It has been fun to use. So another thing I wanted to mention was it has this little notch right here for your finger, which honestly is very comfortable. Like when I'm casting, I'll put my index there, thumb, whip it out, man, and it's really light, comfortable. I honestly love that about this. All my other rods, I mean, they just don't seem to be as, I don't know, well thought out. It's comfortable. This thing has a nice hand grip here. Feels very good. It's not cheap either. I mean, to be honest, I don't really see anything cheap. Everything seems pretty high quality on this rod, and I'm really happy with my purchase. I mean, I don't regret, you know, spending 180 bucks. I know I'm sure there's like a Baitcaster out there for 50 bucks on Walmart, which, you know, you're probably gonna get, you know, the value for your money. And if I had to say, is this worth 180 bucks? I would say yeah, I would say it's worth 180 bucks. And to be honest, I'm not just buying rods every week, every other week. This thing is gonna last me for as long as I can make it last, as long as I take care of it. So I don't really plan on getting many more Baitcasters until I master this one. So this thing's gonna hold it down. And, you know, I guess another thing I could show you guys is how much the rod bends. So let's see. It's definitely got like some firmness to it. Well, it is the medium heavy. I haven't ever felt like the rod was gonna break. I think that's the most bendage you're probably gonna get. A healthy bendage at least, you know. But yeah, man, this thing was nice. I'll show you guys what it looks like when I shake it. Hey, my bad on the lighting, you guys. I'll try to fix that in the future. So not super flimsy, pretty firm. So I could see why they call it a medium heavy. But I think that's the reason why the sensitivity is so good on it, because if anything just gives it like a nibble, you're gonna feel the rod bend, and just the tip, of course, but you're gonna feel that rod bend, and you're gonna know when something's actually biting on it. You know, it takes a decent amount of pressure to even get this thing to bend, because it really is like right here. This isn't bending. Like none of this is bending. It's only bending up here at the top. You know, I've gotten other rods like my Cast King 7.6 rod, and that thing, it's got some bendage to it, and you know, depending on what you're fishing for, what kind of action you want. Like I know ultralight stuff for trout, you want a lot of bend in your rod, so it gives it that flutter light action. But for this, nah, man, for the bass, this works perfect for the glide baits, works perfect for, you know, chatter baits, bass jigs, any type of bass lures. This thing is ready for it. So yeah, I will say that. Anything else I want to mention here? Oh yeah, so that's this little twist knob is for the reel. That's how you get your reel on. But yeah, all in all, I think this is a great fishing rod. If you guys are planning to save up for, you know, a Baitcaster, I think this could work for anybody really. I mean, if Noah can use it in his videos here on the daily, I think you could be a beginner and use it, and I think you could also be a professional, somebody who, I think you can be, you know, beginner, intermediate, advanced, and I think at any level you're at, you can use this rod. As far as beginners go, it's obviously going to be a learning curve. If you're just now starting to use a baitcast, it's your first baitcaster. So regardless of what baitcaster you're going to use, you're going to get backlash. You're going to have to learn the braking system, the tension knob, the drag, all of that. But I mean, anybody could use it. Honestly, this thing is beautiful. When I go to the store and I check other baitcasters out at like Bass Pro Shop and Walmart, they don't look this pretty, man. I mean, this thing has a beautiful polish and a finish to it, and nothing seems cheap. So I mean, for 180 bucks, you know, it's a beautiful rod. It has great quality. Lews is a highly recognized brand, and the reel is phenomenal in my opinion. Man, I think at any level you could really use this. But I guess it just comes down to, you know, whether, you know, you like the style, the look, and, you know, if you want to support the channel, you know, Noah's channel. But yeah, man, I'm very happy with my purchase, and I gotta say, man, I'm glad, you know, if I had one rod, one Baitcaster to choose, I'm glad I picked this one, man, because honestly, I have no regrets, you know. And the day I catch a bass, I'm gonna be screaming, and you guys will definitely be seeing it. If you guys got any tips for me in the comment section, let me know. You know, I'm interested where you guys are at. I'm interested where you guys like to fish. You know, what was your first Baitcaster? And, you know, what are your thoughts on, you know, something like this? I mean, yeah, I'm curious. Have you guys ever, you know, gotten one of KTB's rods before? And if you have, what are your opinions on Kickin Their Bass TV's rods? And, you know, did you like it? Did you not? Yeah. I think that's gonna wrap it up, man. All in all, I think there's a lot of pros to this, and the cons are just really kind of me nitpicking. I really don't have any complaints. It's really just like the line capacity, I guess. And, you know, if I get braided line, I'm sure that could fix, you know, my problem. So, and as far as casting distance, you know, add more weight, obviously, try to loosen up certain settings on the reel. Other than that, man, I am having a blast using this. I mean, even though I haven't got any fish, I'm having, you know, a good time every time I bring this out. And yeah, it's just gonna make it feel so much better when I actually do catch something, man. You know, to be fair, it's not the rod. You know, even when I use a spinning rod, okay, I'm not catching any bass. It's mostly just carp and catfish so far. So yeah, I'm excited to catch a striper on this thing, and a largemouth, a smallmouth, all species of bass. My opinion, the striper is gonna be legendary just because of how big they can get. So if I catch them in a 30-pound, 50-pound stripe on this thing, I'm going to be losing it. But yeah, man, this thing is beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful to use. It's beautiful even if you just want to put it on a wall as a trophy. Like, man, this thing could just literally just be a prized possession. Of course, I'm gonna take it out. But yeah, man, those are my thoughts on the KTB rod. If there's any type of missions you guys want me to do with this rod, any challenges, or any other rods or reels that you want me to review, please make them budget, because anything under like 200 basically. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I honestly think that the price for this really isn't bad at all. I think I've seen, you know, rods from like Phoenix that are like 300 just for the reel, like 270 just for the rod itself. So I've seen some expensive fishing rods. So I mean, I consider this budget to like mid-level pricing, you know. But yeah, I appreciate it. If you guys checked out the video, leave a like if you liked the video. If not, it's all good. Leave a comment if you got any questions or general statements. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I can't wait to get back out on the water and use this thing and make sure to bring you guys along with me. Yeah, but I appreciate, you know, Kickin Their Bass TV for, you know, the entertainment, making these cool rods, inspiring me and other people to go out there and fish. Thanks, and I'll see you till next time. Deuce.